Speaking of China, all's not going well with the Chinese economy. This year, China's economy was supposed to rebound, but the Communist Party's plans are not working. New problems keep coming up. The latest one is unemployment. It has touched record highs. I have some numbers. Joblessness among youth has hit a record, 20.4%. This was in April. That number is 4 times higher than China's national unemployment rate. It was around 5.5% last month. Unemployment in urban China is over 20%. These are alarming numbers. Do you know what they mean? About a fifth of China's urban youth is unemployed. Millions more are expected to graduate this year. They will enter the job market. The future for these workers looks uncertain. Either they'll be forced to take up low-paying jobs or they'll remain unemployed. Already the market for job seekers is crowded. I have more numbers to share with you. There are 96 million young workers in China's urban labor force. Out of this, 6 million are unemployed. Once more students graduate, they'll be entering the same market. So expect these numbers to go up. This is a serious problem for the Communist Party. It hails economic prosperity as one of its greatest achievements. Now that same prosperity is under threat. Reviving the Chinese economy is no easy task. For decades, China enjoyed a period of rapid growth. That era is now over. There are clear structural problems to deal with. The property boom is over. There is now an oversupply of apartments. As of February, about 4 million homes were unsold. Local governments have been crippled by debt. Do you know how much money they owe? At least $9 trillion. Some provinces are showing signs of distress. They are extending repayment deadlines to avoid default. Some are even calling out defaulters openly. The city of Wuhan is naming and shaming them in hopes to recover some money. We had told you about this yesterday. Chinese households are worried about the future, so they are hoarding cash. Earlier this year, a report came out in China. Household savings rate touched new highs. Last year, it was at 33%. So what does that mean? Chinese households are saving a large chunk of their income, not because the bank is giving great interest rates, but because they are afraid. They are worried about the economy. They fear they might need to dip into their savings, so they are saving more. All this is bad news for the Communist Party. There is unemployment, consumption is low, spending is down, and the market sentiment is negative. All this threatens China's internal stability. China is quite paranoid about this. It sees any form of protest or dissent as a direct challenge to its authority. That's why it crushes any protest swiftly. The legitimacy of the Communist Party's rule is reinforced by economic growth and prosperity. So any distress could fuel a resistance. Already, there is evidence of public anger. Look at these pictures. They're from the Yunnan province. The men in black is Chinese law enforcement. They show up in riot gear. But why? Well, the locals were protesting. Chinese authorities wanted to demolish a mosque. They faced stiff resistance. The locals tried to stop the demolition. This led to clashes. Such protests are rare in China, but they are a sign. Not all's well in Xi Jinping's China.